Hey, I saw the new Chris Rock stand-up
I did too.
on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Tamborine.
Yeah.
It was interesting. You know, I used to love Chris Rock's comedy special from the mid-'90s. I can't remember the name, but it's like a classic comedy special.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of it?
It was super famous.
It's not Bigger and Blacker, is it?
I don't remember
That one
the
was
name.
big.
That one is a huge. That was his HBO.
That was
one.
huge.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
HBO. He talks. I mean, I remember being a little kid, and he had this bit about if bullets cost $5,000, that would
Yeah.
solve
Yeah.
the shooting
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
I remember that.
It was like super funny, and so I like Chris Rock. I've always liked Chris Rock, but I just feel like, yeah, I don't know what to make of his newest comedy special, and I kind of felt the same way watching the new Dave Chappelle one. Like, I really like Dave Chappelle, but it just didn't hit me in the gut as like as funny as
Yeah, it
I
was what it
hoped.
was.
Yeah, it kind of was what it was.
Yeah.
Anybody else see that or have
No,
any
yeah.
interest in?
No, I want to because I watch a lot of stand-up specials. on
Who's the
Netflix.
best stand-up out right now? Like, what's the special that you have to watch right now?
I
don't really.
Any new ones.
I've never really like been super all about stand up. There's some. You know, I like Chris Rock as a guy, so I just put that on. But it's not something where it's like, oh, this special, that's incredible. I just kind of put it on while I work, you know. So I don't really. I like Bill Burr. I think he's funny.
Yeah, there's a couple Bill Burr. I think there's one in black and white at least on Netflix.
Oh, really?
It's really good.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of specials on.
You listen to a lot of stand-up comedians. Who's your
Yeah.
favorite stand-up comedian? I've never asked you that. You listen to a lot of stand-up.
Yeah, it might be Greg Fitzsimmons.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it just
I don't even
a-
think I've heard of Greg Fitzsimmons.
Oh, and he's
joke.
been around forever. He's got a lot of old specials, but it's mostly he writes on shows. I think he writes on that show Crashing,
Oh,
know,
okay. Yeah.
or he did in the last season. But I don't honestly watch a lot of his stuff. I really like his podcast, and I've seen him live a few times.
A lot of people in the chat saying Norm Macdonald, Hannibal Buress.
Tom Segura has 3 really good Netflix specials that I enjoy. A new one just came out. I think it's called Disgraceful. And then there was one called Mostly Stories. And then there was one before that even that was good too. Yeah, Tom Segura, Greg Fitzsimmons.
Okay, I'll have to check those
Ari
guys out.
Shaffir had a couple specials that are on, I believe, Netflix. One that he filmed in the Comedy Store in LA, which was kind of a big deal. I don't think a lot of specials have ever been actually filmed there, even though it's such a famous location.
I know one that was filmed there.
Uh-huh.
The Comedy Store. Wait, was it the Comedy Store that Michael Richards performed at? Was that
No, that was a Laugh Factory.
Oh,
too.
never mind. I'm sorry. I got it mixed up.
Hey, you know what? If you're watching Podcast Question of the Week, who's the best stand-up comic out right now? I want to find some good stand-up comics. I watched Tamborine by Chris Rock. It was good.
Can't
but,
be Louis
Yeah,
anymore.
it was fine.
Louis' day is gone.
You know, a couple of years ago, I really discovered Bill Hicks, and that
Oh, yeah.
blew my mind how funny it was. And we're talking like almost a decade ago, and I feel like I haven't had that kind of visceral, like really laughing, hard, gut-laughing experience in a long time watching stand-up, and I used to experience that a lot.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. I don't know.
I was told multiple times in the chat that Bill Burr is super normie. So I'm sorry I suggested that.
you should
I didn't know I
retract
sounded like a
that.
normie.
That's
so
a comedy
I
nerd.
apologize
That
for
guy
that.
lives like
Rocco is a normie.
I'm
recently went back and listened to all of Mitch Hedberg's stuff. It's been a long time. It's like that is like my kind of humor.
Yeah,
It's just,
I liked
it's
that.
so quick and like this, like the jokes is just there's no real setup. It's just like that's the joke and then move
Yeah.
on and the next joke. But like
it's amazing you can
fucking
remember all
Mitch
those jokes.
Hedberg was like so good. And I'm sorry he's dead.
Non sequiturs.
Will he die?
man. Heroin.
No,
That-
that can't be right.
That hair on, though.
Can't be right.
Joey Diaz is a good stand-up comedian too.
I'll have to look those dudes up. It's been a while. I used
think
to
you'd
love
like
stand-up.
Joey Diaz.
I used to love stand-up so much, and I think too. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but working in comedy almost it kind of ruins comedic things for you.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I think that when we have spent so much time trying to come up with funny concepts and conceptualize comedy, we've really like picked it apart, and it's hard not to have that kind of comedic analytical mind when you're watching funny stuff sometimes. Like when I watch a comedy movie, I kind of am always looking for how they're setting stuff up, and I feel like I've ruined it for myself a little bit.
Sure.
Just working on it for so long.
Yeah.
Sure.
I definitely
you
feel
guys
like
feel that
it's
way?
harder
Agree?
to it's harder to enjoy just a dumb laugh at, like, say, a Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't.
For me, it's
being too close to trying to make funny shit.
It's kind of like when
dumb funny shit is not
when
funny
you talk
anymore.
about music to musicians and
Yeah.
they're on a whole nother level. Oh, you still listen to that shit? That is so. And it's like, yeah, sorry, I don't know how to play every fucking instrument on earth. I haven't picked apart the whole world of music.
No, I get that way with comedic TV shows a lot, or even just regular TV shows. There's shows that if they have any like reality-based anything, I can't watch it because all I see is how they edit it.
Yeah.
And I go, well, yeah, you cut this to go first so it'd be funnier, but that's not how it happened. I can't watch this. You know, and even like comedic shows, it takes a lot for me to just let go. Because people tell me all the time, you know, Nathan, for you is such a good show. Rocco, you should watch it. And it takes so much for me to like just relax. Like I watch it and I go, oh, I see how you edited this. Oh, you edited this to make the guy look weirder. But this is shit we would do.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm demonizing that. Like, oh, you
It's
edited.
hard to enjoy it.
You know, because you know, even if you watch Jackass, you can watch segments and go, oh, they punched up the sound effects in this scene. That's not really how it sounded. But that's what editing is.
Yeah.
We do that.
So it's
when I
almost-
hit somebody with my Mario hat, it doesn't go, you know,
Yeah.
but I add that, you know.
Yeah.
That's what filmmaking is, and you
So
always
it's
do
like,
that. But
it's like you're working still when you
yeah,
watch
I guess that's what
That's
it
what
is.
it is.
Hard to-
Your
So
brain's
it's
still
hard.
working.
It kind of ruined it for ourselves. I find
Some things.
I mostly
I
watch
used
drama
to
and
only watch comedy,
fiction.
like Comedy Central, comedy movies, stand-up comedy, and now I almost don't really enjoy it that much. If I have free time, I don't want to sit down and watch a comedy.
No,
'cause I
me
just-
neither. I'd rather-
I don't laugh, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like a waste of my time.
No,
I like
yeah.
if I'm gonna enjoy comedy, it's usually I'm sitting down to watch like animation.
Yeah.
Like a comedic animation, something that's so different.
Worlds
than
that I'm not in. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Drama and just whatever stuff
Yeah.
like that. Although, then again, there are exceptions because like I watched LEG the other day and it was like I was dying as if I had never seen it before. You know,
There's something different
but
about
that's something I'd seen before.
Something
you know?
that inspired you, I think, has a
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
different
that
effect.
that was before.
Maybe we'd be funnier if we watched more comedies. You never know.
Yeah,
watched
hard
that.
not to then
I watched
get.
Young Sheldon.
It's hard not to get an idea and
Oh.
then feel like you're lifting it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that does happen.
I know a lot. I hear from a lot of comedians on podcasts that say they don't watch other stand-ups on stage
Because they want to
Yeah.
take. Yeah.
because they don't want other ideas invading
Okay, but
their
here's the thing.
craft.
But think about this: those comedians get old and get less funny. Then you have a new generation of comedians
Yeah.
who are fucking hilarious, who have only watched other comedians
Yeah.
and have kind of been inspired to mold their new stuff. I definitely think there is something about
There's those type of guys. too,
keeping like the engine full of gas on inspiration and actually being able to watch something and have it affect you to the point where you laugh, and then it kind of makes you more aware of what your own sense of humor is. You know,
Yeah.
I think you lose touch with that if you just avoid comedy.
Yeah,
at all
sure.
costs.
You gotta see what's relevant and what's
Yeah,
current.
things that evolve. You know,
And
let
that's-
things evolve you.
Every once in a while, I'll cringe through what's going on with YouTube nowadays, and it's like, holy hell. But
Yeah.
it's good to know it's out there. And
I
don't
think
wanna do
actually,
that.
you know, kind of talking about that note, I do think in a way, Mega64, it's our blessing and our curse, because I think the things that we really find funny are awkward, like even unintentionally funny stuff. Like we'll watch real found footage video of shit that just went fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what influences our videos, because we see like, oh, this real world video of this fucking train wreck was making us laugh. Let's recreate that for our videos. And we're
Right.
not necessarily being inspired by actual comedy. Just
The things that we find
yeah,
funny,
just
yeah.
shit that happens in people's lives. It's so horrible we laugh at them. And that's why our videos are so weird.
It's a different type of humor, I think, that we have as at Mega64. It's like a not intentional things will make us die laughing.
Sure. Yeah.
I think a classic example is the genital mutilation prank. Like, God, look at this fucking train wreck.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's make a video based on it.
Yeah. All right, well,
That was a deep
That's a
conversation,
wrap.
guys.
no, that's not a wrap. We're just done talking about
I gotta
comedy.
use